All right, and here we go. Edo looking like she's cutting up her chains a bit short there. Meanwhile, Yoshi with a very nice 12-second Lakitu, showing just how consistent his low times have been lately in practice.
Yeah, with Yoshi's technical speed, man, he gets these early stages done super quick. As you can see, he just sets up these 5 combos with ease and gets these alternating chains a lot. That one a little bit underwhelming what we're used to, but it'd probably be enough since Bumpty's playing with these separated stacks.
Yeah, and gets another nice 12 on Bumpty. Well, Edo struggled a bit and had 46 on Lakitu, but thankfully she finally managed to move on. But it's definitely still too early to tell.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a battle for consistency anytime you're up against Yoshimidtsu, because even when he does drop a chain or two here and there, his follow-ups are usually pretty consistent to get those kills at least under 30 seconds at the most.
Yeah,
So Edobean will
and
definitely have to bring out everything here to try to keep up.
and as you can see, Yoshi getting another stage under 20 seconds with an 18 on Pooch, and Edo with a 27 on Bumpty. Getting my characters mixed up.
Happens to me all the time. At least you don't forget the names of them. I
True.
sometimes struggle
Yeah.
unless I'm like looking directly at them. I'm just like, oh yeah, what is that guy's name? Yeah, some kind of
Right.
dog.
Yeah. I think his name is Grinder.
Well, just
But
as I said, Yoshimidtsu barely gets any over 30 seconds. There was Wiggler trolling him a little bit there. So 33-second, and Edobean has a chance to make a comeback. Her follow-up is pretty good here. Is it going to come down? Oh, a chain falling for Poochie, though.
didn't quite get the Reds in time, so he died in 37 seconds. Meanwhile, Yoshi definitely sending those consistent combos with those chains, looking quite nice with a nice 13 there.
Yes, he's had so many times already just in that range, and I think that's a lot of what he goes for in the beginning of his runs. With a PB like 658, I guess you kind of have to. Like
Yeah,
the averages on those times throughout the run are actually ridiculous. I think they might be like 16 or 15-second average. I don't know.
yeah,
It's nuts.
yeah. I believe that's what Card said. Is that the average of each PB for world record is something like 16 seconds.
Yeah, that's nuts because it's hard enough to average that at the beginning game, but then you have a lot of late game trolls that can ruin that too, and you still got to
Yeah,
maintain that average.
definitely.
Yeah, here comes Yoshi setting up. Nice 9 combo right in the middle there. He's going to cut it off, and that garbage stacking pretty nicely, but since the chain was only cut off at a 4, it wasn't enough to top off Lungefish here.
Tried to go for that second tier, but ran out of time there. An 18.
Yeah,
Definitely keeping that consistency of 20 seconds or less. Aside from two stages.
yeah, and that's definitely a little bit of what I talked about at the beginning, where Yoshi will do risky things like that, but he knows how to do the proper follow-up. So you saw that he didn't quite top off Lunchfish, but since he had the perfect follow-up afterward, he was still able to get an 18-second victory, even after a clear occurred.
Edo, unfortunately, looking like she's got one line short on Blarg, but she should have a decent follow up here if she drops this chain.
Yeah, Blarg gets rid of his greens at the very top, but manages to find the vertical greens anyway. This should probably be, yep, that's the follow-up kill. Absolutely no stop time there, and so Edo's going to be down by 2 stages as Yoshimidtsu's in the cave right now.
Yeah, Yoshimidtsu going in the cave, it's sub 5. That's nuts. With a 10 on Hookbill. Oof.
Yeah, it's funny. Some people who are trying to go for that average we mentioned will usually hit it on the beginning stage and not the end. But I know Yoshi is definitely very solid at the beginning half of the cave, getting those consistent times. I remember him telling me just earlier this week he had a cave where I think his longest time was 12 seconds, not including Bowser, that is.
Oh my gosh. That's insane.
Lunchfish caught with the separated stacks on Edo's screen. She's going to be moving on, only 1 stage away from the cave, and it's still about the same lead for Yoshimidtsu, but he gets that 22-second on Naval here, and he is just killing it right now. Still looking for that first sub 8 in a race, and he's well on pace with it going into Kamek at 6:22.
Absolutely. Very impressive pace he's got going right now.
Wow, I don't even know what happened there. It's going to cut off early. This could be good for him, but it looks like Kamek is going to troll a little bit with these chains. Going to do some down stacking. It might not be topped off. Well, we won't be able to tell just yet because the chains keep coming.
Yeah, look quite nice there. Got all those combos coming, and a nice 23 on Kamek as he moves on to Bowser, looking definitely like a nice sub 8.
It's so efficient there at the end, especially since they'll like to prioritize down stacking, and with all those combo garbage blocks that were falling, there was like absolutely no shake time, and that's why it's pretty good there. But I feel like Bowser can throw that game plan out the window just because he's a little bit faster, and when he manages to make that clear, all that garbage is gone, and he has so much ammunition to work with to slow you down with all the lag and do some more chains.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Edo's just now entering the cave at sub 7, so definitely trying to make up some ground. Maybe Yoshi can get that trolley 2-minute Bowser that he's been mentioning.
It's looking like it so far. He might... Yeah, he has the chain that drops too, and this is exactly what I was talking to. All that combo garbage blocks that were on his screen. Bowser's gonna chain away, and this could be like an extra 30 seconds if it goes badly enough. Especially because it looks like Yoshi doesn't have the proper follow-up here either.
And Edo clearing Hookbill with a 31. She was looking a little low on blocks there, but thankfully Hookbill ran out of stop time. Bowser looking kind of greedy there, but unfortunately didn't quite top off Bowser there.
This could be good for Yoshi, though. He did elect to go for the clear with only 1 row, so if he drops this in enough time, which he did, this is definitely going to kill.
Yeah, very nice. A nice sub 9 as he takes game 1 against Edobean.
Yeah, the minute and 25-second Bowser is going to ruin the sub 8, but still one of the fastest times of the tournament so far, and that just shows you how good his early game is, and he can afford to lose time later on like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Meanwhile, Edo looking like she's got a nice, almost 4 skill there. He tried to go for the second tier, but didn't quite make it in time.
Yeah, so it all really came down to a lot of that beginning, a lot of those beginning stages here in this match, because we saw this consistent 2-stage lead that happened all throughout the cave, and Edo was pretty like back and forth at those points, and it did help with Bowser at the end too. But it was a lot of those 12 and 13 seconds Yoshi was getting early game that just pushed it to that 2-stage lead early on, and that's what made the difference.
For sure.
which it's pretty hard to compete with quick times like that. Like, the only way to really rival them is to get them yourself. But there were definitely a little bit of missed opportunities, and I think that'll just come with getting warmed up here and there and just sending enough each time.
Yeah. Edo looking like she needs to send a little bit more to Kamek here, as he's got a lot of blocks to work with.
Yeah, she's got a decent chain going, but Kamek sends a 7 himself over to Edo, and I don't think it's going to be quite enough on Kamek's screen. Edo was a couple frames away from death there as the stack was rising up.
Yeah.
This is what can be the scary part now. Edo's got to wade through all this lag and clearing this big chain. You can get a pretty big follow-up off of this, but it takes so long to clear it. As you can see on Kamek's screen, barely any blocks now to work with. And Edo is going to be building up a big chain, but look at all the seconds that have been ticking away in the meantime. And Kamek just raised the stack all the way up for even more blocks to waste time with.
She's definitely going to want to drop this chain soon. And Kamek's out of time. Nice. The 154. She moves on to Bowser. Looking like she might have a sub 13 going here. We'll see. Depends how much Bowser's rolls.
Bowser with a decent chain start up with F4 at the beginning, and Edo just only got off a couple 2 chains and combos mixed in. Bowser's going to be able to clear those away pretty easily, and he's going to continue to chain here.
Yes, Kale Relia. I'm sorry if I butchered your username, but this is in fact a best of 3. So Edobean's not quite out of this match yet.
Dude, Bowser had the Godspeed there getting that yellow over. I love how they'll just have that sudden burst. Like, they're already fast enough, but there's just one little instance where you just see their cursor literally teleport across the screen.
Mm-hmm. It's that crazy, almost task level, unfair cursor speed of his going to work.
Edo is finally putting a lot of pressure here on Bowser. He's not going to be able to do any chains here as he's down stacking. Ooh, the one more line saved him there.
Yeah.
Looks like this will be enough now, and he has a lot of blocks on his screen if this doesn't connect, which it does. Ooh, Bowser's going to be buying even more time now. Yeah, here he goes, chaining away. This is going to give him a lot of space on his screen, but he's going to go for the down stack. And
He's got the Twin Towers, though. If Edo can manage to drop this...
That's a big follow-up. It could be enough here. Bowser would have to line up a chain, but he's not going to be able to see the yellows. That's a force kill on the bottom, but the top's going to have a chain drop in place. Oh, man. This is pretty unlucky here at the end. Just a little bit of struggles early on, now turning into a really big troll as Bowser keeps extending this match.
But here he goes, being greedy with the chains. He down stacks into the green, though, unfortunately.
Alright, again, he's going to be getting rid of a lot of blocks. He'll have the yellows, but I'm not sure if he's going to be able to make a match after this. He'll have the purples kind of lined up, but he's got to drop to the separate sides. I don't think he'll have enough stop time for it. Oh, well, he's going to get rid of the purples anyways.
Yeah, he down stacks incorrectly, and that's a force kill.
Alright, two minor setbacks there at the end, man. Bowser giving a lot of trolls there too, but Edo's going to finish sub 15.
Nice. GG to both players, of course. As we move on to game 2 in this best of 3.
Yeah, Bowser can be pretty demoralizing at the end, but it's something you
Yeah.
gotta shake off a little bit, and which I think both people were pretty displeased with how the ends of those runs went. But yeah, like I said, just gotta shake it off, go into the next one. Uh, Yoschimidtsu, obviously, his key to success in the second game is just do what he did before. Usually, sub 9 is gonna be pretty good to get you the victory here. Edobean's PB is a pretty low 8-minute time though, so she is capable of beating a time that Yoshi had last race. But Edo
Yeah.
definitely needs a little bit more of the consistency, which we've seen in the past, but hasn't quite shown up yet in this race. But it definitely, we've seen glimpses of her doing pretty big chains that have been topping off the opponents and getting those quick matches.
Yeah, she's definitely got the ability to make chains, but I guess it's really all just a matter of luck and then not trolling. And of course, consistency, consistency, consistency. Oh, looks like they've already gotten started. All right, game two.
Here we go. Edo's got a pretty good look already at the beginning here. It's going to drop it a little bit with the reds. There's kind of just color conflictions everywhere there. It's going to be hard to continue that chain.
Yeah, Lakitu playing with a bit of a low stack though, so she's gonna need a bit more than that. I think it's a nice 27.
So yeah, giving Yoshi a little bit of that same lead that we saw kind of in the first race. And Bumpty has that high stack on the right side now. Yeah, there's no way he was going to be able to get that as he was just doing random clears at the bottom. And that's
Oh,
what Yoshi notices in most of these early matches.
Edo got a really nice midair swap chain there. In a midair swap lag chain, in fact, where it went into a 3 and then a 4. It was pretty cool to see.
Nice, that's going to work out well for her. She finished that stage sub 20 and she's staying within distance of Yoshi right now. Bushi
Yeah.
looking to downstack. Oh, he went for the greens and the blues at the same time and he was just a few frames short there. Yoshi getting that 13-second mark again. Yoshi very smart. He had that, I believe it was a 6 into that 8 combo there. And man, that just tops off Wiggler so quickly, especially with that tall
Yeah.
right stack. Finishing at 11 seconds, it's going to be saving 20 seconds over Edo's 31-second Poochie.
Yeah, a trick that Yoshi told me about a while ago. I believe it was like send 6 lines within like 10 seconds and you should be good usually for these early stages. And I'm definitely seeing it like in action.
Yeah, I think that's what a lot of us are probably missing in like the current meta, you could say, of speedrunning this game. Is I don't think we count our garbage enough. Like, we know
Yeah.
what we generally want to send, but we don't like really calculate in our heads how much that's going to land on there. There's a lot of factors that do go into it when you're playing these matches, because those numbers can switch all the time too, based on where your opponent's current stack is. So there's a lot of, you
Right.
know, playing consistently, knowing how much garbage you've already sent, knowing when to cut it off, and watching your opponent's screen as well. There's so many factors that go into it, especially for these early stages. And that's how you can see another 13-second from Yoshi.
Yeah. Definitely looking very nice.
Froggy was looking like he was trying to do some very hard strats there too. He had an 8 combo followed by a 2 chain, which stacked up pretty nicely.
Yeah.
Yoshi going for the super aggressive strat there. He knew Lunchfish didn't have many clears. He does manage to waste a lot of time here at the end. And is he going to be able to downstack? Yes, he is. But yeah, Yoshi with the proper follow-ups, he knows that Lunchfish was taking his time and still manages to recover for a 22-second fight.
Nice. I mean, to be fair, SM by everybody feels slow compared to Yoshi. Even top level players.
Yoshi extends that chain out a little bit because he saw Raphael pretty much had a pretty small stack there. He's gonna have these purples lined up, might have enough time to get for him. Actually goes for the horizontals at the top, which might work in his favor, but oh yeah, it gets the red chain right at the bottom, and he's gonna go for second tier once again. If no chain drops here, which I don't see, this should be the kill. Yeah, he goes for second tier one more time.
Getting another sub 5 going into cave. Keeping up that consistency.
Yeah, so if he mimics what he did in the cave minus the Bowser performance at the end, maybe we will see that first sub 8. I guarantee we'll definitely at least see one by the end of the tournament, and most likely even by the end of group stage, but
yeah.
Yoshi cutting it off quick. He saw that Hookbill kind of dropped this chain there. He's a little bit too slow to connect to some of those previous ones. He does find that 3 chain follow-up, but he's going to be in stack lowering mode. And, yeah, gets that chain, but Yoshi's been doing follow-ups all in the meantime there, and that's going to be plenty.
Meanwhile, on Edo's screen, she got a very nice 4 scale on Lunchfish there. As she's moving on to Raphael here, looking like she's definitely got a better pace than last run.
Yeah, keeping it in a pretty good distance here. A lot faster than that last run that we saw. Probably only a couple combos here away from moving into the cave as well.
She's going to want to drop that chain, though. Looking a little high.
Yeah, she's extending this out quite a bit. It's going to secure the victory, but maybe could have got a kill a little bit sooner because this is definitely plenty for Raphael. I don't know. He found that 7 chain, though, so this extension could prove worthy here at the end. Naval goes for the second tier and barely gets to it, but gonna extend the time even more. Second tier once again, yes. This is actually gonna buy a lot of time here for Naval.
And Edobean slowly catching up here with a 6:30 going into cave.
This is exactly what she needs right now too. Naval like cleared all the garbage on Yoshi's screen, and will have most likely the clear to clear some more garbage here if he looks to the right of the stack. Yeah, this is Edo's time to mount a comeback right now because there's still going to be time for Naval to troll here as chains keep dropping in place.
Oh, so unfortunate.
Edo has that 2 chain and the 9 combo falling into place here. If you can just get a little bit more on this, which it might be enough. This is going to fall with a bunch of combo garbage blocks.
It's looking nice.
Hookbill's going to troll a little bit
He's
longer.
got the purples, though.
He does not have any more clears. The yellows will line up, though.
And Edo finally moving on to Naval Piranha, tying this up a little bit, but unfortunately Naval runs out of stop time there with a 2:01. Almost getting force killed there. Could have had the horizontal blues, but he ran out of time there.
Yeah, this is absolutely crucial for Edobean right now. That was 2 full stages made up right there, and if she can find the follow-up she needs here for Naval, she can try to bring it to the same stage as Yoshi. But Yoshi looking like to forget that last stage there. and hopefully get a much better performance here on Kamek. But so far, Kamek's looking like he's going to troll. Unfortunately, it looks like Edo's just struggling to get something started here at the beginning. And this match could be going into the 1 minute range. That last follow was pretty good, but it's going to be a couple lines short here in the future. And Yoshi's still doing pretty well right now. Kamek's doing some stack lowering, maybe going to try to look for a chain starter, and there it is. Buying Edo a little bit more time still. Edo's got to find this follow-up though.
Kamek just ran out of time there with a minute 2. If he had moved the yellows the other way, he would have found himself another clear. As Yoshi's going to be moving on to Bowser.
Alright, this looks like the follow-up Edo does need. I think she'll get this killed. Yes, she will. 141. 2 stages down, but Yoshi's been trolled on these past 2 stages, and we saw what Bowser did to him last race as well, so we'll see if that can hold true here again. Bowser only needs 1 clear, and he'll give himself a lot of blocks to work with.
Yeah, Yoshi can't be happy about how this cave's been going.
And there it is. The blues are going to be lined up. And he's going to make that horizontal clear, which will let these blocks drop down just a little bit more and possibly give him some shake time. He's going to go all the way to the top, but it's not enough. Tries to drop that block down. Stop time had just run out, and Yoschimidtsu is going to take this match 2-0.
Very nice. Now he's 3-0 in his group. Going to be securing that spot up to main bracket as he remains undefeated.
Yeah, I wouldn't say he has a secured spot, actually. It's pretty much secured at this point. I mean, we'll take a look at the standings in just a little bit afterwards.
Yeah.
It might be secured, though, just by how some of the records have fallen, but there's definitely a possibility for a 3-way 3-1 tie in a group.
All right.
But we'll take a look at that as soon as Edo finishes here.
Yeah. Edo definitely looking like she needs a bit more here for Kamek in order to keep him topped up. She's struggling a bit, getting buried in garbage.
Yeah, this late game has come back to haunt her once again. Kamek was, I believe, 2 minutes plus on the last run, too. It was just that constant, a couple lines short on Kamek's screen. And Kamek's doing chains like this, which will allow him to lower his stack very similarly to what he did last race. And this is what can be troublesome, because this is what keeps Kamek occupied for a while. But then it takes Edo a while to send a chain back just because the amount of lag that's on the screen and the clear time for all these big garbage blocks. It's really a unfortunate pattern you see all the time in certain situations like this. Oh, Eda needs to find a clear. She gets those blues. Luckily for that lag and all that stop time, it delayed it just enough for her. She's going to have to drop down that blue. That chain's not going to connect, though. She's got to get down the yellow, which she looks like she sees, but
Oh,
won't even need it as Kamek dies last second to,
that was a little too close.
yeah, that would have been super unfortunate if she died right before Kamek was going to and lost 3 minutes of progress there.
Yeah. I'm sure she's got to be giving a good sigh of relief after that.
It's going to be a nice A combo that falls into place with the And she tries to go for the alternating chain at the bottom there, too. Edo with a very good start here on Bowser, though. Picked it up definitely right after that Kamek. That was some very good awareness to realize that she had all the utilities to do the chains like that. And this should probably be good to top off Bowser for a little bit. And he's wasting all of his blocks, so this could end up to a clear. Let's see how it ends. It looks like, yeah, this is going to be it. Clears the purples.
Good. A nice 39 there.
Yeah, not even time to clear the purples at the end there. Very good ending there. The fastest Bowser we've seen on stream. Most of them have been pretty troll today. But very good ending for Edo. And, you know, for taking your first loss in the group, at least it was the Yoschimidtsu. She already has a win over Paratroopa, who was red hot beating Cozy Pocket last night. So Edo looks like she could be in a good position to make the main bracket at the end here. She's got to play Cozy and Raiko Rider still, so those will be 2 tough matches. But by the way she's played in certain rounds today and in the past, it is definitely possible for her to come out with that 3-1 record at the end.
Absolutely. So she's definitely not quite out of this yet.
But yeah, now we will get to look at this bracket, and actually, like Shadow mentioned, I looked at the matches, and this is the first secured spot of the main bracket. Yoschimidtsu has actually locked himself a spot in, because everyone will be guaranteed at least 2 losses since Cozy and Edo play each other next week. And I think Yoshi is the only one that's currently locked in, even though a 3-0 will pretty much get someone in, but like I said, there could be some few tiebreakers later on. Kind of like we'll look at Group B right now as well, where Cards is at 3-0, but the only reason he's not is there's a potential for a couple people to still get 3-1 records and tie with him. That would require him to lose to Tayman at the end, but anything's possible.